up, everybody? I'm Sal Klein. This is Reggie Steele. And welcome to Spitballin. Spitballin.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sal Kalani. This is Reggie complaining that I'm making money still.
And welcome to Spitballin. I'm not complaining about making the money. I'm just talking about, I was just telling Sal that, you work all week and you only get 2 days off, which is not enough. We should discuss that. We should have 4-day work weeks,
I fully agree.
10-hour day work weeks with 3 days off. And I promise you, the temperament, the the level of happiness in the world, or at least within the United States, would go up exponentially, right? If people had an extra day to rest, and then a day to run errands, and then a day to do shit with your friends and family, or not with anybody, dude, the world would be a better place, and the economy would be stimulated because people be spending money going to movies and going out to eat and doing all kind of stuff.
Now, doing
This
nothing
5-day work,
is nice.
yeah, this 5-day work week is some bullshit.
I was working this week. Here it is. Jay's Bar. Look at that.
Okay, and that's in Portland? No, where was that at?
That's in Hollywood, baby. That's in Silver Lake, Los Feliz. I do trivia there every Wednesdays.
Oh, okay.
Come on out to Jay's Bar.
Jay's Bar.
It's a spot to be on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, and you can see Sal Kalani live and in person.
I give away photos for third place prize this week. We gave away I don't even remember what. A Van Gogh. So I took pictures from the museum. And some of them are like not the whole picture, just a zoom in thing, and so you can really see the brushstrokes and shit like that. So it's almost like its own artistic piece. It's pretty. And
cool. It's also you selling bootleg art.
Well, no, I'm not selling it. I'm giving it away. And second, I looked it up. There is a when people die, there's no what's the word? I forget to use, but like it's open to the public. So you could, I could technically actually take pictures of their art. And so I took a picture of it and then try and sell it if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
And yeah, nobody really cares. But yeah. So anyway.
Well, so Sal's talking about me making money. It wasn't so much about making money, although I did make some money for sure. But I teach a workshop at Stanford University, and I've been doing this for the last, it's like 10 years or something. And it's a comedy writing workshop, and I work with 2 different classes, and they're writing papers, and they have these subjects that they're going to discuss, or they're going to write about, or what have you. And my goal with the workshop is to come in and help them look at their topics.
They already have their topics before they meet with you.
Yeah, and these kids have some really intense topics. Like
not funny.
Oh, dude. Not one of them yesterday, which I thought would be kind of funny, was prison rehabilitation. The other one was power efficiency. The other one was Armenia transitioning from Soviet democratic rule into.
They try to make that comedy, or they just want to add funny points to this serious talking.
No. They're not trying to make it comedy. They're just trying to. The whole point is to, because they feel so strongly about their topics, right? Like they have their point of view about it. My goal is to help them look at it from a different perspective. Because if you can look at it from a different perspective, or even see your opponents or your adversaries or the people who don't necessarily feel the same way as you do, if you can see their perspective, then it helps you to further cement your perspective about it, right?
Right. If you really believe in something, you could hear the opposite end and still come through believing it.
Exactly. And sometimes you can.
So there's no comedy in this class? What's this class called?
No, it's comedy. No, there's
Reggie
no comedy.
Talking Bullshit 101.
No, that's funny. No, the class is it's not a comedy class. It's a writing and rhetorical rhetoric. They're writing about social issues or governmental issues from different places, right? One girl's topic was, it was funny, in the first class, one young lady had a topic about tribal laws.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Right? And then in the in the second class, there was a young man who had a topic about customary laws in regards
Jesus.
to Native Americans, right? And so I personally I learned some stuff. There's another guy who had a topic of his topic was um neuro neurology neurology technology, neurological technology. And it's about inserting chips in the brain and what those chips will be able to do. And one of the things he talked about is that there may be a point if people put chips in their brain that we may be able to communicate telepathically,
Hell,
right?
man, it ain't worth that. Ain't nothing
Hey,
going near my brain like
you
that.
damn right, I'm good.
Fuck
It
you.
ain't no way. But point being, hey man, as a comedian, it's fun and challenging to take these topics on and to see if you can find the humor in them,
Well, The
right?
Simpsons already did that chip braining thing in there, and Martin had it in one of the students. They like were trying to track, and only one kid had the tracker in his head, and that was the smart nerdy kid, Martin. So,
Yeah, damn that. But no, man, it's fun. But it's also very, after working all week and then your first day off, you're working in a different type of way. So it's like there's no
okay, well,
rest,
to
right? So
our limited audience, please put your little violins down for Reggie and stop playing them. I had to work this week too, Reggie. I enjoy to work because I don't get to work as much as you. But
yeah.
yeah, I got called a faggot this week at work. Did you get that one? Did anyone do that
No,
to
I
you?
didn't get that one. But hey, man, look, if the shoe fits, you know what I mean?
Hey,
As long as
oh, oh,
no,
Reggie.
no, man, I think that's disgusting. And it is. That's disgusting. You know why? You know why it's disgusting? I'll let you get to your story, but the reason why it's disgusting is because what I'm noticing is that there have been a rise and a comeback and a lot more offensive words that had kind of been kind of pushed to the side. Or kind of, people were respectful to each other. But now we're at this point where people are pushing the boundaries of what they say to each other. Like I'm hearing a lot of the N bomb, obviously, the F word, um, and what's the other one? There's one more. There's just the lack of respect and dignity and adherence to, I don't know, like having some type of decorum, personal decorum in regards to dealing with people, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is to hear someone threw that word out at a show, it's unfortunate, but it's also indicative of the time. So
You see, Steve Bannon gave out the Nazi salute yesterday at the
no,
CPAC thing. Yeah.
are
It's
you
fucking,
serious?
yeah, it's in the middle of talking and then he just throws it out there. Like, these pieces of shit. And they could say whatever they want, like the Roman salute, but then the Roman salute was taken by Mussolini for the fascism, and then they eventually, you know, Hitler's
Wait, hold
doing
up.
it
So
for
what was his defense? Did he have a defense, or did he
no,
just?
yeah, none, dude.
Dude,
They're
these
just
dudes,
throwing it out now, bro.
these dudes don't care, bro. They like, what you gonna do? It's
Yeah,
literally like it's literally like somebody coming up to you and just poking you in your head like this and be like, "What you
yeah.
gonna do?" It's like, "Stop! What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?" And you know what's gonna happen eventually? That person that keeps doing that's getting this done to them, they come back with something and they
I
take out
hope so.
everybody. You
Well,
know?
yeah, I mean, I hope we come back because this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, I fought back, and this is
Okay, so set it
uh,
up. Set it up. You're on stage in Silver Lake, West
no, not
Hollywood.
Silver Lake. That's why I do trivia.
Oh my bad. I'm
They're
sorry. Yeah.
classy over there. I'm in
Okay.
Temecula. I don't want to put up the place on blast. I will say the place handled it beautifully. I didn't
Okay.
know that they had the people kicked out. I thought they left on their own, but it all happened so fast. You know what I
Mm,
mean? But
okay.
I was, so this is the clip of basically what happened. I cut out like 20, 15 seconds where nothing was really happening, and then
Okay.
I commented on them leaving.
So wait,
So
what
it all
what led
happened
to
pretty
this?
fast.
What were you talking about
Oh,
that led
Kid
to this?
Rock.
Oh yeah. Okay, I do remember seeing this clip. Could you put this online?
Yeah,
Yeah,
freaking Kid Rock, dude. This is
right.
what we've come to now in America. I didn't even talk about Trump this show. This is the thing, man.
Okay.
Sensitive bitches. All right, so let me get to
You
the
got to put a descriptor in there. Little. You got
because
to
see
add
that's the difference,
sensitive
man.
little.
Yeah, and and I'll say it like, okay, here's the deal, bro.
Okay.
Like people can yell. not funny or whatever they want. Okay. But I know when I get to this stuff in my act, it's like 30 minutes in before I even talk about this. So you had no problem laughing that whole 30 minutes
Absolutely.
until it came to something you didn't agree with or you didn't want to, you didn't want to see that get made fun of.
Right.
So it's not that I'm not funny, it's that you're a little bitch and you can't take that. And you have
Exactly.
no way how else to respond. So, and that's the problem. Trump has led to a lot of little bitches in America, and now we have to see them.
He's made them feel empowered,
Yes,
emboldened.
and you and I know that you're not empowered. You're still a little bitch.
Yes,
And when you
100%.
call them out on it, they don't have there's nothing behind it. I even said that when they're walking off. I was like, you see that? You just challenge it and then they back off. They're all
Okay.
bark. They're a bunch of
Right.
cowards, really.
Right.
So,
But
okay.
later you found out that the club threw them out. At first,
Well, it all happened real so fast. I
okay.
mean, it wouldn't have gone far, bro.
Yeah.
But
All right.
so we watched.
Well, hey folks, welcome to the wonderful world of comedy where you got
Yeah,
to deal
right.
with some bullshit sometimes.
And I had, people came up to me afterwards and they're like, man, you handled that so well. Thank you for using your platform to think about something good, which was really nice to hear.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay. I
All right,
don't know how
let's
this is
first before we
working.
get into the video, let's talk about this wardrobe. All right, so I'm liking it right now. You color coordinated, right? You got the
Well,
black.
this is the second show. I actually had a nicer shirt on. I have my light purple long sleeve shirt, but I sweat through that during the
Okay.
first show. So then I was like, oh, I can't go up there with wet nipples.
Yeah,
So,
wait, you just sweat at the nipple area? That's disgusting,
well, just
child.
like it starts sweating through.
I heard you sweat at the nipples like a woman lactating.
Nah,
It's like the
that's
big
what it looks
spots.
like.
That's what it
It's
looks like.
underneath the nips, really.
Okay. You talking
But
about you're sweating at your flaps, your
the
boob flaps
chest, yeah, right
underneath.
here. Yeah, my
Yeah,
titty
yeah,
sweat.
exactly. You're sweating
This
under your
fucking
tits.
guy.
Okay.
All right, you
All right, well, hold
done?
up though. But I like the fit though. I like the white shoes, the
Those
clean
are
white.
pink, actually.
Oh, okay. So I like the light shoes with the black pants and the black and white shirt with the black hat. You
And
kind
the
of go all
hat's
in.
actually navy blue, but thank
Okay,
you.
well, yeah,
But here we go.
okay.
All right. So me and this homophobe. So I had a whole thing on the Kid Rock and the Bud Light thing.
I can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
Yeah, there's no
That's
volume for me.
because I didn't I hit share, but not I don't know why you have to hit share and share sound. Like what the fuck else do you think I want to do?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it could just be obviously a chart.
All
All right.
right, here we go again. Now,
Okay.
and I'm curious, like, what do we look like to the people? Like, I don't get
I
it.
think it looks like how it looks to us.
My screen. What's my screen look like? Oh, all right, whatever. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Let me move this over. Oh, there we go. We're bigger. Okay. All right. Push play, motherfucker. What about Bud Light? Are we allowed to drink that again? You guys remember that? Oh, why do you hate Bud Light, sir? Let me ask you.
It tastes like piss.
And how do you know what piss tastes like? Well, that's a bigger problem than Bud Light, bro. Your piss drinking situation. But Kid Rock, you're white trailer trash.
Okay,
You got
so
fingers
then
making black
later.
music, so shut the hell up, Stone Pimp.
Everybody in you.
What was that?
What?
What would you say about Kid Rock?
Making more money than you do.
Yeah. Makes more money than you.
They always go to that.
I mean, the guy used to rap, and then he's like, well, they don't believe I'm a rapper. Oh, yeah, so.
Yeah, this is good.
This is where I said I didn't give a shit. Here we go. The guy used to rap.
Making more money than you do.
Yeah, being a sellout hack. Who gives a shit? I mean, the guy used to rap, and then he's like, well, they don't believe I'm a rapper, I'm country. And then now you don't believe him in the country world, so now he's like, I'm a GOP mouthpiece. And now he's doing Tesla trucks and rodeos. So, I mean, you can enjoy that. I'll enjoy Eminem and Kendrick Lamar.
Nice.
There you go.
So,
So someone started clapping and cheering for me, and while I was doing that, that's when he drops the F-bomb on me.
Okay. And that's what he said. Oh, he just says how does he say it? Does he say you
He just says
or-
no, he just says faggot.
He just
He just yells it out at me.
Yeah.
After that nice, pretty chill description that I gave back
Yeah, I thought
explaining
it
why
was
Kid
great.
Rock is a tool.
Well, you
And and I'm all chill. This is his thing though. Like you can't shock me with that word. Like I grew up in Ohio, man. I had an older
right.
brother. He called me that every day. And then when he did it, my friends did it. If you did anything sensitive, you were called that all the time.
Right,
So
right.
honestly, when I heard it, it kind of felt like it reminded me of home. It was a little heartwarming. I was like,
Oh, you
ah,
stupid for that one. That's funny. It's like, oh, I feel like I was back in good old Ohio.
that's it. I'm like, you can't shock me, Gen Z.
Yeah,
All right, here we go. Or
it makes them look
millennials,
way
whatever
worse.
these are. And now look at it, and then when you hear their comebacks, you just realize what idiots I'm dealing with.
I mean, good one, bro. Good comeback, you ignorant moron. It's just like, go back to drinking your buddy's piss straight from his dick. Maybe that'll help you out. Maybe a less closed-minded, ignorant moron. Say what, dude? You can talk all the shit you want. I got the microphone. No one's gonna hear you.
He sold eggs for a living, so fuck you.
Oh, good one. He's a drug dealer. Good for you. You should be proud of that.
Oh, he says he sells X.
What a
Yeah.
good brag.
That's
Way to
dumb.
go. Well, go sell your ex, dude, and go listen to Kid Rock. Oh, you're gonna have a problem? You leaving? So long. Go ahead. Go drop your slurs on the way out, you homophobes. I hate young homophobes too. Like, get up, grow up. Yeah, you closed-minded idiots. So long.
Nice job, Sally. You handled that well.
Yeah, the whole time I was just leaning against the wall. Like I'm not tripping at all. That's one thing I think, like with experience, we've gotten very, I was like explaining to like the openers, I was like, hey, you just can't show you're angry. You can't show, you can't overreact on
Right,
stuff
right.
because then the crowd could turn. But couldn't wait to applaud these people out. And yeah, dude, it was just like unbelievable.
Dude, it's sad that it comes down to that. It's like, yo, man, just enjoy the show. So
And
what
he
if you
couldn't
don't
have a
agree?
comeback, and they're just some young punks, they're
Yeah.
just,
He's got more money
trash.
than you. Did that mean
I was
he's
like,
better
who
than me?
cares?
Did
Yeah,
it-
everybody.
who
He's
cares?
more than everyone in this place. We don't care.
Yeah,
The
who
point is,
cares?
he's a tool.
He's an awful person.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather be an awful person with a lot of money. Well,
Yeah,
we've
they're
seen
just-
that. Elon Musk, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't mean anything. I mean, you got a bunch of kids that you don't take care of by women that you don't love.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, man. Nice job, man. I have to admit, I never experienced that level of attack on stage.
I've
but
never been called that before on stage. That's the
Yeah.
first time in over 20 years. The first
I
time.
don't think I've
And
ever.
of all
Okay.
places, Southern California.
And that's what I'm saying, right? Like, you wouldn't expect that there. You may expect that somewhere out in the sticks, right?
And this ain't, politics. This is over Kid Rock.
Just
Who is
over
very
Kid Rock.
political now. He's very much a political mouthpiece.
Yeah.
But
So he felt attacked. He felt attacked, and so he lashed out. But yeah, man, damn. Now I've never experienced that level. Like, I don't think I've ever had anybody call me something while I'm on stage. Yeah, that would be. I would never ask for that. Like, I'm not beckoning that on, but I'd be curious to see how I'd handle it.
yeah, it is weird. I now as you say that, like I don't know if I've ever really been called many names
Yeah,
on
I mean, there've been
stage. Like you could have a back and forth, but to have an actual, the guy
Yeah.
obviously has no other argument, so he goes straight to that.
right.
After I gave
right.
a pretty good.
Yeah, you did. Dude,
Yeah,
you did
I'm
great.
like, what are you doing, bro? That's your but you
Yeah,
knew.
exactly.
I already
You-
knew once the second they booed at Bud Light that it was
Yeah.
coming. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
I'm not-
And I thought you had a great. I thought you had a great comeback too. It's like, well, why don't you drink? Why do you like Bud? Why don't you drink Bud Light? Because it tastes like piss. How do you know what piss tastes like?
Right. That's
Which is-
that's a common line, but it was a good way to, segue into
Yeah, I
it.
thought it was great.
And then I
Yeah,
had to
that's
call back to drink it straight from his buddy's dick, just to throw that, you don't like homophobic shit, bro. You're being homophobic. So now how do you like it thrown back in your face?
Yeah, exactly. Nah, man, that was interesting, man. You did well. You did well. I
Yeah, it
don't
was
know-
nice when they left, everyone clapped, and then like I said, people were very cool to me afterwards. A couple people, which was really nice to see. You forget that,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not everybody, a lot of people are feeling the way they feel right now inside, but not everybody's willing to, say it out loud.
Right.
And that's what we're there for.
Yeah, absolutely. That's interesting. So now the question is, after that exchange and they leave, the energy in the room has shifted a little
I
bit,
mean, yeah,
right?
it definitely. I will say, like, yeah, it was definitely the worst show of the thing of the four. The late shows are both kind of like lighter anyway. Both the
Okay.
first shows are pretty much like sold out, so that was
Oh,
cool.
was this the casino show?
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was just funny too. At a nicer, it
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
Well,
And
but the casinos, they're giving out those weak ass drinks and people are gambling and
yeah, and these
all
guys,
kind of
these
stuff.
guys are just, this was their big thing. Hey, look, we're finally old enough to go into a casino. Let's go do
Yeah.
it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
How old would you say they were? Early 20s?
Yeah, probably
Okay.
early mid 20s. I didn't really see him that well either, though. I couldn't really
Okay.
see him that well. But you know what, dude? After you're up there, and I know I'm out of shape and old, but you know what? You come on that stage, see what happens. I got
Well,
that
okay.
microphone. First off, I got that microphone, and that thing's gonna hit you like a baton of fucking hard as hell.
Hold up.
You're gonna feel like Rodney King after I hit you with that thing. Oh,
Oh
that's
my
not, I
goodness.
can't
He
say
went to
that,
the
right?
beat
Can't say that.
down. I can't say that. You basically just said, I'll beat you like Rodney
Oh,
King.
so that's
Yeah,
why, the first
that's
thing
what you
I did
said.
with that, and hey,
Yeah.
and the first thing I thought afterwards, I was like,
Mhm.
oh no, my camera died. I hope it caught it.
Oh, that's funny.
And thank God it did. Huh? And
Yeah.
it's funny that didn't even go that viral. I got more people getting views on my stupid alive just thing,
Yeah.
the after clip, than that. But it's like, and
Dude,
that was
that's
the first
funny.
thing I thought of though, which is so
Well, I
funny.
think I think if you got to use a mic as a weapon, right? You hold the cord and
Yeah, you got that mic. Yeah.
and then you throw the mic at them, pow,
Oh
right?
yeah,
And then you
bring it
and
back
bring it right
like
back.
Scorpion,
Like,
dude. From
get over here. Oh, that's what I'm
And,
talking
then-
about.
and my buddy Damian Shimo, shout out to my man Damian. He's a Hapkido black belt, right?
Okay.
But he had this thing where like a rope or a belt, like he was showing how you just like when people swing and you wrap it around them and grab it and use their energy and pull them down with it. You do
Yeah.
that with a cord.
Oh, dude. All I'm saying, people be like, "Oh my goodness, this was
I'll
crazy."
pick up that stool like a goddamn
Dude,
wrestler.
we may have just invented something. A comedy slash MMA fight, bro.
Yeah,
Like this
combat
is
comedy.
combat comedy. Um, it's funny you mentioned that because
Comedy combat.
like I said, I've never experienced anything like that, and God
Well, who's
forbid
gonna
that I
say
ever
that to
do.
you? You're
Well, see,
big as fuck.
that's the thing because if I'm on stage and you're at a distance, if depending on where you are in the room, I may not look that big to you. Maybe because I'm far away.
Bullshit. And it doesn't matter, dude. You're still gonna look like big and black, dude. That's gonna put fear in a lot of these people's
That's
eyes.
funny.
It's sad but true.
It sounds like I can see from space that you're big and
Yeah,
black.
you get the fuck out of here. Where in the room, dude? Where in the room they gotta be? Under the table and shit? Like, damn, what a small little black man. I'm gonna call him all kinds of slurs.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
exactly.
do that to you. Get
Yeah,
the
that's
hell
true.
out of here.
I shout out to my man Kevin Shea. I talked to Kevin yesterday morning for a little bit, and one of the things that we were talking about was getting angry on stage, which is funny that we're talking about this today. Um, because I pointed out to him, I was like, well, with the current political climate and the way things are going in the world, I'm having a hard time trying to find access to funny, right? Because I feel not overwhelmed, but just so frustrated, infuriated with the way things are going. And he was like, "Well, dude, you got to go to the stage and talk about that." And I go, "Man, it's hard for me to access funny when I feel angry." And I go, me being angry on stage is not funny at all for
No,
anybody,
no,
right?
it's not. And
And
I've
so
seen it.
yeah, exactly. And so he was like, "Yeah, you kind of got a point. Like if you're a small Asian guy, you're not ever thinking about what it's like for
No,
a large
no
black
one
guy,
ever even like yeah, like first.
right?" And he
Look,
goes,
you're
"But
a
this is what he
large
says."
black man who could be scared. I'm a tall Italian guy, which isn't that scary, but it's definitely both scarier than a tiny Asian guy.
Right, right. Well, he was saying, he was like, now look, he goes, now Patrice O'Neal could be angry on stage, but he looks like his words, he looks like Fat Albert, right? Like he's a big fat guy. You're not really worried about him. He goes, or Chris Rock could get angry on stage, and he's a short, skinny black guy, right? Like he goes, yeah, you're too buff to get angry, right? Like you're too
Well,
strong looking.
and I don't know though. I don't know if you could be you're not usually funny angry. You're just angry.
I'm just angry. And yeah, my anger is not a funny like I can't
No,
access
you like it's
hilarity.
like when he turns into the Hulk, like he loses that part of the personality. Like, yeah,
Exactly.
I'm just wrong. But you want to laugh about? No,
No.
leave that
I'm
shit for
like
Banner.
I'm angry. And I look like this all the time. Like there's nothing funny. Like
And
if
we
if I
probably
get angry on stage, people are looking like, where is the nearest exit?
so we've
Because
probably
I
told this story before, but it's
yeah.
a classic. But where like Reggie, I'd always give him shit because I'd started getting more like political and angry on stage, and I'm like, Reggie, you never get. And that's another thing though, being Italian, it's like a funny
Oh,
stereotype about being angry that it kind of we get away. Like me being angry is funny to people, you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
But anyway, Reggie come to my open mic at the coffee shop, the Seabiscuit,
Oh
which I didn't
yeah.
know was named after the horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'd always give Reggie crap, like, yeah, man, all you talking about pigeons and shit. I was like, you talking about some real shit, right? And then Reggie got mad because somebody called you a white dude, I think, asked if he could call you the N-word at work or something. And you went off about all, in 400 years and all this pain, and you just went off. And there was no like jokes. Reggie was like really just raging on this diatribe, but like everyone was like captivated, but also everybody was scared. And Reggie's big, and the room was small too. So like it was
Yeah.
almost like we could put our arms out and touch both sides of the walls.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was
yeah,
already kind of like we're in a trailer, like, oh my God, what's gonna happen?
right, right.
And then after Reggie got off stage, I'm like, yeah, you're right, Reggie. Just talk about pigeons.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
But you're right, because that is an unfair thing. Like I could get easily angry on stage, but the rules are different for you.
Well, because we're okay, I put it like this. If you take out everything you know about me personally, like who I am, right? And you just strip me down to bare bones, you're looking at size, are you looking at height, size, complexion, and sound, right?
Yeah, and let's it's a racial thing, but do you think the tone, your darker skin tone, is even more of a threat to people?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you're gonna be tall and you're gonna be built and you're gonna be dark, which for a lot of people, they go, wow, that just sounds like a crazy combination, right? Now
Right.
for some women, that sounds like a beautiful, they're like, oh my goodness, a big, tall black man, a darker the berry, sweeter the juice, right? But then if you listen to my tone, like, I'm articulate and I'm well spoken, but I have a deep voice. And when I get angry, normally, and I'm gonna be honest with you, normally within like it
Yeah, I
goes.
mean,
I've
when
talked
I
about
hear
this.
your tone, I think you should be called that gay slur more than me.
You know what, Sal? You no, I can't even say no, but I'm just talking about my not my tone, but like how deep my voice is.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And what I normally do, like now, I'm speaking up into my voice, right? I'm speaking up into my voice. It's a higher pitch. If I speak from my diaphragm, it's a deeper voice. Like if I don't push it
James
out,
Earl Jones.
yeah, if I don't push it out, then it's a deeper voice, right? And
That's
so
funny.
it's yeah, because I'm like I push it up,
So
right? Because
wait,
it's
are you mentally doing anything when you talk?
I'm not mentally doing anything, but I'm not. I think as a black person growing up in society, you just kind of start to adapt or find ways to disarm or make or diffuse any situation before you get into it, right? Like there's a level of consciousness that you carry with you and awareness of what your perception is, like how you're perceived, and then you try to subconsciously try to subvert that, like to disarm that. So if I sound if I'm articulate and eloquent and well spoken, and I speak clearly, and I speak up into my voice like a little higher, then all of a sudden white people are like, oh, okay, well, okay, he's cool because he's this, that, and the other. And it's not necessarily something that you do consciously, but because you're bombarded by so much bullshit all the time, it's subconsciously it happens. I didn't realize any of this stuff was happening until as I got older, and I was like, I had a friend of mine actually, Mahershala. He was like, "Yo, man, it ain't our responsibility to make these motherfuckers feel comfortable with us. Why do we have to change who we are or what we do to make them feel comfortable? Fuck that. Right. And
Right.
I was like, yo, you're right. He's like, and these were his words. He was like, we don't have to make ourselves small to make other people feel comfortable.
Right.
Like, yo, you're right. Fuck that. Like,
Well, I remember like in high school, like you didn't want to make yourself too smart. If you were too smart looking, you're nerdy and girls wouldn't like you. But if you were like, you know what I mean? Almost
yeah.
dumb it down a little. You know what I
See,
mean?
okay, so that's interesting because women will talk about the fact that men don't like smart women, that women feel like they have to dumb it down for
Yeah.
guys, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as a dude, man, look, I'm just me, bro. I hung out with the nerds, I hung out with the jocks, I hung out with the pretty
Yeah,
boys.
you were a crossover. That's
Yeah,
rare.
I hung out with the outcasts. Like I hung out with the kids who had half their heads shaven. They wore black every day with metal bands on their
The
shirts
hell did you do
and
with
black
those
boots.
guys? What'd you all do together?
I just hung out and just
They all
talked
come
and just
over your house. They come over your house.
no, I mean I just hung out with them at school, right? Like just like if they were in the class, I would not. I
What
didn't
did you
shy
like?
away from them.
Did you paint their nails black for them and stuff? Like
I didn't
what'd you
paint my
do?
nails.
No, paint
No.
theirs.
Yeah,
Or them.
no, I didn't paint theirs. I just hung out with them, right? Like I put it like this. I was the guy that was like, I spoke to everybody. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Oh, cool, man. What class you got this semester? Or who
That's
you with?
funny.
Oh, yeah, she's cool. So you build that rapport, and then all of a sudden you walking across campus and you see somebody, and they like, yo, Reg, hey, what's up, Flash? Right? And the dudes that I'm with are like,
Flash. Would you go to
yeah,
the
that
school that
was
Spider-Man went to?
well, that was one of the kids' name, Flash.
That's what there's the bully in Spider-Man.
There you go. And so then all of a sudden the guys that I'm with are like, yo, you know that dude? I'm like, yeah, man, that's
Yeah, what are you
Flash.
hanging out with that dude for?
Exactly. Or then the nerds who were, look, man, there was a guy named Keith Kane, brilliant. Keith was the dude that was so smart that test time, everybody, wherever you sat in the class, normally, when it came down to a test, Keith was surrounded by everybody. Like people changed their seats because they were like,
Oh, he's smart. Yeah, knew
oh,
his
he was
answers.
smart. And Keith got so good, he was like, he was smart enough to say, stop cheating off me. So instead of just saying, yo, man, stop cheating off me, he just got really good at covering up everything, right? Like
That's funny.
he just sit there real close and tight.
Yo, no,
And dude,
man. I remember that nerdiness, dude, that affected me getting a prom date, dude. There was this girl, this blonde girl, Tiffany. I really liked her, and I remember she came through the drive-through. I worked at Rallies, no big deal.
okay.
Man with the
Yeah, I
job.
remember Rallies. Rallies legit. Rallies,
Rallies-
hey, those fries,
those
seasoned
fries are good as hell,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
I love those fries. Those fries are
I mean, they
bomb.
salty as hell. You gonna get high blood pressure. You're gonna get high blood pressure.
I got some great rally stories. But anyway, she came through, prom was coming up, right?
Okay.
And she came through the drive-through. A rally. So I'm like, oh, this is a sign. I'm working cashier, and she comes through the drive-through.
I gotta give her free fries, make her go to prom.
I was like, yo. So I was like, and here's the thing with rallies, dude. You got 30 seconds. You got to have it under 30 seconds because we're fast. That's what rallies is. That's why it's called rallies.
I didn't know that.
And that's why checkers, because of the checker flag, right? So it's really
that's
fast.
right.
Okay. So I knew.
That's why the burgers are so sloppy.
Yeah,
With the sauce everywhere.
Get the shit out of there.
Exactly. Okay.
So and there's a timer, and the timer averages all the times of the day, and that shit goes up to corporate. So then the guys at late night got in trouble because they would mess it up at dinner and stuff and late night. So then they would go, they would drive their own car on it for like a second and then drive around and do it again until it lowered the average.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude.
Are you serious? Dudes are gaming the system.
And they got in trouble. They got found out. They got in trouble for it.
That's funny.
So anyway.
Unreal expectations. You got to make a burger in 30 seconds.
Right.
Okay.
And I think Tiffany gets probably the number one combo, which is a quick order, dude. So you got a burger, fried drink. It's coming quick. So I was like, well, I can't just say it right when she pulls up. You know what I mean? So I'm going to open with one line and then I'll follow up. Okay.
Okay.
And my opening line was, hey, so you going to this prom thing in a couple weeks? All right.
You do this in the rallies in the Rally's drive-through.
Yeah, dude.
So,
Yeah.
what do you think about that prom thing? She like, what about my fries, motherfucker? What you think about my fries being here on time?
Better don't forget that ketchup, bitch.
Exactly. How about we figure out this burger before we start to figure out what we doing somewhere else? But okay, go ahead. So you said
No,
wait.
I mean, like I say, hey, what's up? And then I say that question.
Okay. Oh, some of
And
them get it. Hey, what's
okay,
up?
yeah, hey, what's
What-
up? Oh, hey, how's it going? Da, da. Okay, and then I take the money, and then I go, hey, you going to this prom thing in a couple weeks? And she goes, no, I'm not going to that. And the way she said it, I was like, what? Tough. What? Ask you. And I just go, yeah, me neither.
Oh boy,
And so
Silas.
then, and
Okay.
so then, oh, and then I remember this. I didn't go to the prom, but I went to the after prom because my buddy's band was playing it.
Okay.
And
Wait, this is your senior year or junior
yeah,
year?
yeah, senior year.
Oh, you
And
didn't go
I
to senior.
saw
Okay.
her with another guy at the after party, and I was all like, and he was
Was
like
she all
this.
dressed? Was she all
No,
dressed
it
up?
was like a friend thing guy. He was kind of a douchey, popular dude.
Okay.
He was kind of
But I'm saying
whatever.
she wasn't dressed up like in a prom dress.
No, no, she wasn't.
Okay.
No, not
Oh,
really.
so
I
she
don't
didn't
remember.
go. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think she went, or
Okay.
maybe, but the after party, I don't know. But anyway, she was with that dude there. But and I remember years later, I saw her. Um, she came to a
She came
comedy
back to
show.
rallies and you were
No,
seeing her.
yeah, she came back for the Big Buford. No,
Yeah.
she came back to. I saw her at a comedy show. She came with a friend and her friend Alicia. They're really good friends. And then she told me, she's like, "Yeah, I kind of liked you in high school, but Alicia said not to go out with you because you're too nerdy."
Shut up. Are you serious?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
And
dude.
they were like bad girls, and it definitely was a different fit. But I was,
Oh, they was on some 1980s, like,
yeah,
yeah, we're too
dude, it
cool for
sucked. And I
him.
could have had, yeah, I could have been
Dude,
with the
six
popular girls.
what about 16 candles? Remember? The girl was
Man,
going out with the popular guy?
that shit ain't real in real high school.
Wow, man, that sucks. She really said that. She messed you. Oh, dude.
I
You
know,
know
dude. I know.
what
I
you
mean, I
should
got
have
to
done?
make out with her later after the show, so that was cool. But
Oh, okay, okay.
nothing came of it. But that was always I always remember that. And because part of you thinks like, and then you're like, is there? And then you find out, oh, there was. I wasn't that crazy at the
See,
time.
the problem is you should have asked her. What you should have done was in a different location at a different time was just
Well,
you and her.
I didn't know where I was going. There was never
I
that
know.
situation,
Well,
especially in
you would have to
school.
you would have had to create that situation. You would have to make that happen.
Yeah.
And then you say to her, "Hey Tiffany, I think you're awesome. I'd love to go to you want to go to prom?" Like you ask her. And she would have been like, "I wasn't gonna go, but yeah, I'll go." You're like, "Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that great, but whatever. It'd be fun if we
Well,
go
that
to."
you can't fly back in time. It's over, Johnny.
Oh,
It's
I wish I'd
over.
known you. I wish I'd known you during that time because I would
No,
have
dude,
hipped
we
you to
didn't
all
have
that
any
shit.
black kids in our school. It wouldn't have happened. So,
Damn, that's fucked up. I told you my prom story.
no, I don't remember. What, you got laid like 17 times?
No, 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 no. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm not gonna say any names. I'm
Why?
keeping
I
it.
gave name.
Nah.
You could give a first
Yeah,
name.
but no, I
I
can't
didn't
say this
give the
name
last
because
name.
there are people I know that still watch this. You don't have any mutual friends with her. I have mutual friends with this person.
I got
And
mutual friends. My whole Facebook feed's gonna hear about this.
okay, well, I'm not gonna say any
So,
names,
well, give
but
me an initial. We got to give them something.
nope.
How are we gonna know who
If
you're
you
talking about?
if you know, you know. That's all I'll say. But I'll say this. So this girl, she was a cheerleader, and we went to high school for all 4 years together. I knew her, and we went to the same nursery school. There's a picture of she and I.
It's too much
And
backstory. Let's get
no,
to
no,
it.
no. I gotta set the plate the picture for you. We went to the same nursery school as kids. There's a picture of she and I together at like 4. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 and 4 years old. Um, we get to high school, we know each other. We don't necessarily run in the same circles. We're not great friends in a certain way. But senior year comes, I'm a captain on the basketball team. We're doing well. I have a certain level of popularity in the school. I'm likable, blah, blah, blah. She's a cheerleader.
Blah blah blah. Indeed.
Yeah, she's a cheerleader. And as prom season starts to come around, she starts kind of making her presence more known. right? Now the cheerleaders used to always decorate our lockers before games and write inspirational notes and like, you guys are gonna be great this weekend. You got
That
this,
is
and
so dorky.
whatever, man. It was great, right? But all of a sudden, my locker, I started getting more letters, and I got more balloons, and I got like little sweet comments and all this kind of stuff. Like she's laying down
Jesus,
this
I can't relate
foundation.
this shit at all. They're throwing themselves at you. Fuck this story.
Well, hold up,
Go
man.
on.
Listen, we're not like that though. She and I, we're not like. There's not like this
Oh, you're
connection.
not into her? Was she the ugly cheerleader?
No, no, not even. No, she's a pretty girl. But like I said, we weren't into each other like that. She's one of those girls that always kind of she always had a boyfriend, but he always went to another school. Like she had the boyfriend that went to a different place, right? Now all of a sudden numbers are exchanged and we're like chopping it up on the phone a little bit here and there, talking a little, whatever. And then one night it comes up and she goes, "So what are you doing for prom?" And I was like, and excuse me, I'm really kind
I'm
of
not going to
naive.
that stupid thing.
Yo, straight up, I'm really naive because I didn't have a girlfriend at the time. I wasn't seeing anybody. I was really just kind of just me chilling. And my friends all had girlfriends. They was all kind of locked down. And I was like, I was being honest, not even thinking that she's fishing for information, just thinking, oh, this was happening and this was going on. We're both seniors. She's like, "What are you doing for prom?" And I was like, honestly, I don't think I'm gonna go. I was like, I wasn't planning on going. And I say to her, I go, "What about you? What are you thinking?" And I'm saying this like from a true friend standpoint. Like, what are you gonna do? She was like, "Well, I was hoping this one guy was gonna ask me, but I guess he's not going to prom. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do." And I'm so clueless at this point, right? That I'm just like, I kind of know it, I kind of feel it, like it's a little passive aggressive,
Oh my God. You
right?
didn't
And
even realize?
but I go like this. I go, "Oh, okay. Oh, dang, that kind of sucks. All right,
You know
all
what
right,
this is? You're
right.
Tiffany in this situation. That's all
Hold
it
up.
is. You're
Oh,
the
hold up
opposite.
though.
I'm
Hold
this
up though.
girl.
Hold up though. So I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right. Well, dang, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, right?" And we keep talking about some other stuff and end the conversation. And the next day, I'm talking to my boy Billy Shepard right before we go into world history class with Miss Lee. And I go, "Yo, Shep, I'm talking to so and so last night, and she asked me if I was going to prom, and I said, nah, I wasn't planning on going. And then I asked her if she's going, and she says, and I tell him exactly what I just said. She said, well, I was hoping that this one guy was going to ask me, but looks like he's not going to prom, right?" And I go, Shep, was she talking about me?
So dumb.
And he goes like
You
this.
really are the dumb jock.
Right? He goes like this. He goes, "Yeah, man, she talking about you, man. Go to ask that girl to prom."
Jesus,
And
Reggie.
so I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "I kind of thought she was." Now, I no, I kind of thought she was, and
So
I
did
think
you
I did
ask her
know.
what happened?
I did ask her. I saw her later that day, and I said, "Hey, I don't know what you got planned, but you want to go to prom with me?" And she straight up was like, "Yes, okay, yeah, no, that'd be great. Okay, so we'll figure out our colors, we'll color coordinate and do this kind of
Oh,
stuff."
jeez. You could
And
have waited.
the color was, a black tux with a burnt orange. She's like, "My dress is gonna be burnt orange," and so I got a burnt orange cummerbund and a little
Ugh.
flower, and it was, and we look good. And then we double dated. We went with my boy Billy and Jackie,
So let me,
and
did you go as friends or did you
yeah, no, we just went as friends.
you
It was
didn't knock
strictly
it
as
out,
friends.
huh?
Nah,
Okay.
nah, I wasn't even thinking about that. That wasn't even like that was not anywhere close to what I was thinking about. For
That's
me, it was
funny
just,
though. That's funny.
but we double dated. So we end up getting these pictures of she and I together, which looks like I can put a picture of
Let's
us
see it.
at
Bring one up. Pull it up.
I don't have it, but I can bring a picture of I can have show a picture of us at like 3 and 4 standing together, and then also at 18 standing 17 to 18, standing together, and we double dated. We had a limo. They picked up her and picked up my boy Billy and Jackie, and then they came by my house. My mom took pictures, and we went out and did the prom thing, and that was it. And you know what's funny though is
Did you
after
have a
prom,
after prom?
yeah, there were parties and stuff, did all that stuff. But what was funny was that once prom was over and everything was done, Tuxedos were returned, limos were paid off. Um, Shit went back to normal. It was like we didn't really talk on the phone. We didn't hang out. We didn't do anything.
It's just that
I was like, yo,
pressure.
man, I was targeted. Like she narrowed in. But there was one girl, let me see, there was one girl that I really wanted to go with. There was one girl I really wanted to go with, a girl named Karen Howard. I kind of
Oh,
had a
you'll
crush on
give
her.
her whole name.
Yeah, because Karen, she was a year under me, and we don't have any mutual friends. And I mean, we're friends on Facebook or whatever, but we didn't ever stay in touch. But I had a lightweight crush on her, and I wanted to ask her, but I knew that I wasn't the kind of guy that she liked. She liked, from my perspective back then, she kind of like pretty boys, right? She liked the dudes that wore the polos and the khaki pants with the
Right.
penny loafers. You know what I mean? She was a pretty girl. She was a pretty girl, but she liked pretty boys. Um,
Yeah, Reggie
and
and I, we're character actors. We're not leading men.
shit, I'm a leading man. Fuck that.
No, not according to whatever her name just
Hey
is.
man, no, I wasn't a leading man in her film. Okay, in her film, she had somebody else. In my films, I'm a leading man. Okay, I carry the storyline.
That's what
But
I'm
and
hearing.
there was one other girl too. I liked Karen Howard, but I knew I wasn't gonna get anywhere with her, so I didn't ask. And then there was another girl that I'm still friends with to this day that I probably should have asked, but it was one of those situations where she also, she always had a boyfriend that went to a different school, and she and I were friends we've been friends since middle school, right? Like I had known her forever, and she was probably one I should have asked because with her, I know that it would have been a great time because we have great rapport. We had a long friendship. It would have just been a really fun experience, right? Like it wouldn't have been like no pressure. It'd have been fun, and
You would have gotten laid. I get it. All right,
no,
so
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying it would have
here,
been fun.
let's wrap this up, Reg. I got some new art I put up on the wall I want to share.
Okay.
And Mr. Sampson, he was the artist who did one of these. Here we
Okay.
go.
Samson, Mr. Sampson.
Mr. Sampson drew Tupac over here.
Who's Mr.
And
Sampson? What do you mean?
he's this artist that in LA, local LA artist.
Oh, okay, okay.
And when I did trivia online, he donated one of his pieces,
Oh,
and
wow.
then I bought this Tupac off of him, and I framed it. And then you can see here next to it is the Nirvana In Utero tour album. This is a live show from Rome, Italy.
Oh, wow. He
February
drew that?
22nd. No, not the Nirvana one, the Tupac.
Oh, just a Tupac one.
Just
Okay.
the Tupac. Nirvana is
Okay.
their poster from that tour
Ah,
that I
okay.
got it at a store. That was Cobain actually. He I think it was in Rome when he tried to kill himself. He OD'd on pills. And then
He tried to, so he wasn't successful that time.
right. That's why everybody's like, oh, she killed him. Nah, dude, he was already in that place.
Yeah.
And then the first thing he said when he woke up, because the rumor was like she was messing around, I think, on him, and he got all
Courtney Love?
insecure. Yeah, I don't know how, what, but so then he he tried to no, this is what it was. She said she suggested that she would have thought about it with some other guy.
She
And
thought about
that
cheating on him.
yes, with some
Okay.
other guy, and that made him take all these pills in Italy. And
Oh, man.
then when he woke up, first thing he said is, "Can I have ice cream?"
That's funny. He's
And
like,
then a
I needed
month
some
later,
rest. Okay.
yeah, and then like a month later, yeah, because this is February 22nd. He died like April 6th or something. So
Oh, so
crazy.
yeah, a little over a month later.
Yeah.
Man, that's so unfortunate, and so sad because it's a temporary solution. I mean, it's a permanent solution to temporary problems. I mean, I get when you're young and you feel intoxicated with love and and you feel sad or even, yeah, you feel sad about whatever, but hey man, look, this thing is fleeting. This thing is fleeting. It's absolutely fleeting. And when it's over, it's done. So the idea of rushing it, it's like, yo, slow down, bro, because it's coming and it'll be here before you know it. right? Like if he makes it, I mean, look, the guy's catalog is phenomenal, right? I mean, the music, you still listen to the music today and you go, damn, this is some amazing music. And I'm not saying that he would have continued to make phenomenal music. We've seen a lot of artists obviously do a thing and then transition and whatever, and they peter out. But you're still alive, and he had kids, right? They had a kid together. Wasn't she
Well,
pregnant
yeah.
or something? They had the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
kid,
no, yeah.
right? So it's like all of a sudden now, man, you transition, you make some good money, you've been on tour, you've seen the world, you got a kid, you get past the sad part, and you two break up and whatever else, and then you focus on your kid and you focus on yourself, and you're like, I got a couple dollars in the bank. Fuck, life is good, right? Like I can keep moving, but you don't give yourself a chance, and obviously I've been touched personally, and you have too. I think you know someone who's committed suicide, right? Or died by
Yeah.
suicide.
Yeah.
So knowing how that impacts the person that people that are left behind, it's like, man, just give it a little while longer. I promise you, whatever the feeling is or the whatever you're experiencing, that shit will pass, right? Now, and I don't want to be dismissive to people who may have a chemical imbalance or who need medication. Absolutely. If you need to do that, then do that, right? Because it won't pass because your body is producing chemicals to keep you in a certain space. But yeah, man, I'm always, it's like, look, whatever it is, we can get past that shit. I saw a video. Yo, you should look up this video. Look up this video. Rick Pitino talking to
Oh,
his
yeah, yeah. It's
you
a
saw did
famous,
you
I think it's a famous
no, it just
video.
happened recently
Oh,
at St. Joseph's. No, listen to go find that video right now if you can, and let's put it up on YouTube. It's Rick Pitino talking to his team at halftime with a 13-point deficit. And he is like, "Where's the toughness?" He's like, "Who raised you?" He's like, "Who raised you to be so mentally weak? At the first sign of adversity, you guys wilt." He's like, there's adversity in life. This is not about basketball. This is about life. When things happen, you dig in and you get tougher. You don't roll over and give up. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not saying that people give up in a certain way. I'm just saying being able to persevere through tough times or hard times sometimes is really where it's at. Like, trying to dig in and find and doing what you need to do, right? Getting out of the house, changing up your location, getting some sunlight, eating some food, talking to a friend, going for a walk. They always say sunlight is great. Seeing a professional, talking to a therapist, getting some medication. Like there are things that you can do to help you get through these times to keep moving. That's all I'm saying.
Reg Steel, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy too. Like, you can't just find the video. You gotta have all these fucking morons with their take on it.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
can I got
like,
it right here. I can pull up the audio because I saved it on IG because I
oh,
was
here
like,
we
yeah,
go. Let's see. All right, yeah, here it is.
okay.
Maybe we'll see. I bet you though, some idiot talks like halfway through it.
All right. If you can't find it, I got it. No, it's a halftime speech.
Okay, you see it?
Yeah, I see
Dig
the
in
video.
and be a
Yes.
basketball player. Dig in. Every time you miss a shot, your game deflates. We don't care about your missed shots.
St. John's is having
Yeah.
a dream
Like,
season.
who's
and
this
is having
fucking
a dream-
idiot's got to
Boo.
talk? I know.
Boo. All right, here it is. I'm gonna play the audio for you.
72 to 7.
Jesus, all this AI shit. I hate.
Yeah,
I
here it
hate
is.
the
Here's
world
here's the
now.
audio. Here's the audio right here. I got it.
Fuck the
You ready?
world.
Jeez.
Dig in. Every time you miss a shot, your game deflates. We don't care about your missed shots. Like defense. You guys keep blowing opportunity upon opportunity upon opportunity. You're like children with bad things happening. Instead of digging in and be tougher, you wilt. Where is your toughness? Where have you guys been raised so weak mentally that you just give up when something doesn't work for you?
Just crack it
Don't
out.
you know what adversity is all about?
Yeah, I can't hear it anymore. But yeah, dude, that's strong.
So wrong.
Yeah, bro, we can't hear it, dog.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, it's going. But
No way. Oh, it's so
yeah,
good.
the beginning was good. I got it.
No, but he's like, where were you raised that you're so mentally weak? He's like, At the first sign of adversity, you give
You
up.
wilt.
You wilt. He's like, this is not basketball. This is about life. There's gonna be adversity in life. You have to overcome. You gotta dig it. Like, man, now look, as a former athlete, obviously, I love these type of things because it's what we mean as athletes, where you say you learn the things that you learn in sports and athletics are things that you can apply to your life. Like the adversity that you the adversity that you face on the court with your teammates in the locker room, winning and losing games, pushing your body physically, learning, pushing yourself mentally to be locked in to do a thing. Those are the same skills that you apply in the real world in dealing with a boss or coworkers or just in life in general, right? There are going to be times where things are difficult and you have to be able to overcome that shit. Because if not, then you will get rolled over. Like you will get pushed down and steamrolled over and left for dead. So so when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, obviously the language is not necessarily ideal, but it's been proven that when you curse, sometimes when you curse, it makes things stick, right? Like if I say, get it together, that's one thing. But if I say, get your shit together, like get it together. Get your shit together, right? It just hits
Get it
differently.
fucking together.
Yeah. What the hell? What the fuck? Right? Like it just hits differently. And it creates more of a sense of urgency of like, all right, let's go. Now, obviously, some people may hear that and go, well, I just don't like when someone curses at me and it makes me feel like too much. I don't know. You go, okay, that's fine. All right, I won't curse at you. But for me, in that case, when I hear shit like that, like if that was me in that locker room at halftime, and coach is like, like, where were you raised? Right? Like at the first sign of adversity, you wilt, wilt. The word wilt. Dude, that's a powerful word. Say what you at the first sign of adversity, you wilt? You just
You wilt.
oh, you crumble. You wilt. I was like, whoa. You don't hear wilt every day. I was like, yo, so yeah, man, I just want to be conscious of how I speak about depression because I know depression and suicide because I know that it's not always just about, hey man, get outside and go for a walk. Like it's a serious thing. But I just hope and wish that people would seek out as much help as possible for, giving into to that,
Right.
giving into that, right? So
Um, cool, Reggie.
where's your Biggie art at? Where's your Biggie poster?
I'm Pac, Reg. I'm Pac. Here's my biggie right here,
That
my
don't
cat.
mean I know, but that don't mean you can't be Biggie too.
Hey, I'm not as into Biggie, dude. And but I don't have much up yet, I got
How are you not into Biggie, dude? One of the greatest storytellers of all time.
no,
Who
I got
is
some of
this?
his stuff. I
Oh,
got
look at the
some of his
cat.
stuff. Yeah, just
Okay.
chilling.
Dude, I'm like, is this paging me at 5:46 in the morning, crack of dawn, and now I'm yawning, wipe the coal out my eye to see who's this paging me.
Right,
Why?
406 LAX. Ooh, Cali?
Okay. It
That's
said,
right.
yeah,
Got to get this paper.
yes. Oh, Kelly? Yeah, you gotta get this paper.
I'm up.
No
I'm
doubt, no
up.
doubt. It's like I'm up, I'm up. Oh,
All right,
dude,
Reg,
yeah.
wrap us up, dude.
Okay.
Good job.
All right.
Get us a
Hey,
guest next week, will you?
every
I'll
week,
ask
get us
Mr.
a guest.
Sampson if he wants to do it.
The artist?
Yeah.
Yeah, ask him. I'd love to hear about his journey, his art journey, and where it's led him to and how he started.
All right.
Right. Okay. All right. With that being said, hey, thank you for tuning in. We love doing it. We're gonna keep on doing it. Um, if you have any suggestions or ideas or recommendations, then by all means, please um, leave those in the comment section. The best thing you can do for us is like, share, and subscribe. We love it, and we're gonna keep on doing it. So check out the cat. We got a cat, guys. There's a cat. That should be enough for anybody to tune in, right? Look at that.
You're just
It's
hanging
cat
his
central.
paws.
I know. He's just sitting there chilling. But with that being said, oh, I gotta say this, and you can put this in a clip. This is the last thing. So for everyone out there who hears DEI and it sounds like a bad word, it's like it's the new way for them to say the N word out loud. But just in case you didn't know, because you just say, man, DEI, 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 DEI stands for diversity, equity, equality, and inclusion. Those are three words that they've led you to believe are bad words. What's wrong with diversity? What's wrong with equality? What's wrong with or equity? What's wrong with inclusion? Are those really bad things? Because you know who's directly affected by that the most? Or who benefits from that the most, rather? White women. Yeah. Straight white men, they don't consider you their equal, right? So the people who are directly impacted or who benefit from DEI, white women, disabled, veterans, LGBTQ community, brown people, black people, and Asians. So when they start yelling out DEI, what are they really saying? Think about that shit. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Reggie interrupting his own conclusion.
Yeah. All right. Now, with that being said, hey, that's Sal Kalani. I'm Reggie Steele, and this is Spitballin'. Peace.